Oh, hi everybody. This is Farhan. Thanks for being here for this part. And thank you so much for not uh, not giving up on me because of the voice quality or microphone. I'm not sitting really in the studio to be able to create a really a flawless content. Thank you so much. That's really heartwarming. Anyways, in this part, I will share with you real examples on how the gang pressures the target in so many ways. Um, their plan is to make the target snap and do something wrong or go crazy. Document it, document it and present to the pawns and everybody else as a proof the target deserved the harassment or whatever else they are doing. At that point, the mission is accomplished and the gang is ready to move on to a new project, destroy another life, and misuse society's superficiality. Again, in my case, the crucial question is, who has been financing gangs operations since July 2016 when I first noticed them until today? That's quite a long time. Um, Once, some years ago, I asked a question from a person at work. Um, the answer I got was they did not expect it would take this long. Uh, well, what made them want to continue doing something like this? Well, first of all, of course, why would they want to do this? Um, I can't answer that. Is this about ego, political orientation, fun, maybe only because they can? Um, People are quite complicated actually, anyways. Last year on February, I traveled to London to meet a friend of mine over a weekend. We hadn't met for many years. The first time the first day, I mean, actually the first evening, because I arrived there in the evening, we did not go out. The second day, we went for shopping. Uh, in the evening, got on a London bus to go back home. Our seats faced the other roads. There, I saw the Section 1 guy, the same from hairdresser shop in Lake Inn, and later on, also in different other occasions, and he was sitting very comfortably, occupying the whole seat, staring at me. Behind him, there was this other guy, another stalker, another ganger. I don't know if ganger is a word at all. Anyways, I had encountered him at gym in Mertil as cab driver in various occasions, and also in dock and in the building where I live now. Um, I wonder really, do these people really live here, or they just moved here, or they know people they visit here? Anyways, no ideas. They both look Eastern European, but I can't be sure about that either. They're very protective of their identities, I have to say. They clearly knew what they were doing. And here there are some questions for me. How did they know about my travel plans? How did they manage to hide themselves the whole day and show up right on the bus and only few minutes before we reached the stop to my friend's home? Was that all calculated? After we got off bus, I told my friend about them. She asked me why I hadn't told her on the bus, and she was right. Apparently, I was numbed again. I need to discuss it with psychologists, I guess. I guess the gang wanted to prove that they controlled my life, not only in the country I live now, but everywhere I would go. Um, and this happened also the summer of the same year when I missed my connection flight at Istanbul airport. Airline changed my flight and offered me to stay at lunch uh, until the next flight. And uh, I cannot tell if it was just an accident, but there they were again in the lounge in Istanbul airport. So, two members of Section 1 and one of Section 2. Um, I was previously very much honored to see also one of them in his underwear walking slowly in barn in front of me. After the last crossroad to my home, which seemed to be his favorite spot, as he had taken me on videos in barn, standing right in front, and I had seen him also different times, but business as doing business as usual. That would be stalking. Um, but he was not, of course, the only one. Right there next day, I told all my colleagues about him and could see some people did not like that I had done that. Um, I felt I felt more protected when my colleague knew, like to have a sort of you know see what you're doing. So I don't know. Anyhow, he came right towards me, staring at me, and went by. The second one was a guy I recognized from the gym in Mirtil. He sat almost 20 meters away from where I sat. Also, is European looking, and I would say section 2. Um, the third guy was at the same distance. He wore these long Arab clothes the Arab men wear, and also looked like an Arab. I had seen him in barn and in dock driving different cars. He was the one who was never happy to be seen, I have to say. And what is more interesting, when I returned a few weeks later from the same trip, um, he was at the dock airport collecting his luggage right beside me, wearing the same clothes. I'm not sure if they were washed, but this is really sick. How many accidental encounters should happen to qualify them as not an accident? Anyways, another pressure tactic a gang uses is making target dislike everybody. See them as enemy and treat them badly or disrespectfully. In my case, it didn't work for various reasons. The most important reason was my belief in being fair. Once a colleague who knew about the situation asked me how comes that I still treat colleagues and clients very nicely. Um, I told that colleague that I don't pinch people because somebody else has pinched me. And that's actually what I really believe in. Another crucial reason was my friend and the information we shared. He keeps me focused on the facts. Um, I have to admit, though, sometimes I have to remind myself of these facts, even though I know they are very important. It was hard to go to train station, for instance, in the morning, see a bunch of people on the platform who did not match normal commuters. tell train station personnel about them and see them gone the next day? Or how about Section 2 members at work's gym or inside employees only access areas, or to see how the gang adjusted to my shifts and holidays on very extremely short notice? How did they know? How about moving to a new place and see shop personnel already unwelcoming? Um, or a, a colleague telling me is sorry for me because I have no countries to go to? How about when once trusted grocery online shopping service delivers my order by a gang member who is not even trying to hide who he is? And customer service doesn't give anything to you more than a vague answer response, actually. So, goodbye online shopping, and now go to shopping every single day and be exposed more to stalkers, of course. Um, there are a lot of limitations like this. Like a few weeks ago, I bought a card for my mom for her birthday. I'm still undecided if mail services will dispatch it at all, or normally, or with incredible delays like in the last year and a half. So I'm sort of not very sure if I'm going to send it to her, or maybe I just take a picture and send it on WhatsApp, for example. I think it's safer that way. Um, or how about when anybody is hush-hush mobbing? Nobody talks about what's happening, what's going on, like nobody cares. Uh, this is hard to keep only to the facts, but I'm making it happen, and I'm proud of myself for not falling in gangs' hate trap. Um, On internet, other targets different countries describe a similar or different pressure tactics. Each person copes with them in their own way. In some countries, they have built support groups, which is absolutely amazing because the main how do you call it, the main tool of this branch of criminality is targets isolation. With a support group, that's not possible, and it's not going to happen that much anymore. Another tactic the gang has been using in my case is spreading false information about my job. All people I happened to talk about what was happening were extremely surprised when I told them I was working in IT industry. And here in Doc, it equally surprised them. It equally surprised them to know scam has been going on for over for over 4 years now, and had affectionately moved with me from Lakin to Myrtil, then to Barn, and now to